live inside the Pallet Studio under construction. Uh, Behind me is the corner where I had my shop, my workbench. I keep everything out of here and putting insulation. I fully insulated this corner all the way to the front of the shed. Now I have to work the other half of the shed, but I can move everything back over here. So I want to finish this corner with these fence boards to, finish out the pallet look. Um, Fence boards are not a whole lot different than the pallet itself. The pallet boards are slightly thicker than fence boards, but you can see it looks great up here. See pallet board, fence board. Oh, this is the same size pallet. This is the fence board. This is also scrap from Home Depot. I got those 70% off. That's what I'm getting fence boards for also. Fence boards are already cheaper than these. Okay, yeah. Here's one. Close up. This is regular half inch by 4. This is actually a pallet board, but it's the same thing with those. There we go. This is the scrap wood I'm getting from Home Depot. See, it's got, let's see, pallet. About this side. Very cool. So, finishing it off with those, and this corner is almost complete. This wall is almost finished. I've got the boards here to put in. Still loose. That's it. And I made a mistake in the corner. Back here, there's gas, and air can get through there. There's no way to put insulation in that. So I got to close off that corner. Maybe put some foam in there. That's what I think I'll do. Foam it, cut it. It should look good with foam. And then I'm going to put a pallet in here. Not the same level as the first one. It's going to be 2 boxes high. These boxes here from Costco. Same thing at Home Depot. They're 27 gallons. The small ones are 12. And it costs more than 27 gallons. Buy 2 of them, and it's more than 27. And it's only 24. So, but I like the small ones for heavy stuff. It's a little bit easier to lift. And I decided to stop big for it. This wasn't done at all. And there was stuff here in the front. I had to move my whole workbench out of here. It's now sitting on the table. And then start putting stuff back up. And finish this wall and this one back here and here. I can go all the way over there, the other side of the box. all been insulated. So started cutting the wood. I need to move my workbench off of the tablecloth so I can cut the wood. Like a hell of a piece. I'm doing it on the floor. I have to go to work tomorrow, but I don't have to go to work for p.m. Pacific. It is now 16:43. 1,500 hours tomorrow. And so I won't be able to do anything for the whole week. I might be able to work out here 2 hours a day. As soon as I get up, 4 hours. Oh, and I found my coffee maker that I used to have. Took it in storage. Took it out of storage. Pristine tape. Says 5 cups of coffee. Real cup. My cup there is 10 ounces. 12 ounces. So it doesn't quite. But you put beans in or ground. And so you have it set up. I use little beans. That's why I got the water in the tank, beans in the basket. Turn the dial to uh, medium force grind. Push the button. It grinds the beans. Brews the coffee. Puts it in the pot. Nope. It takes a while to make the coffee. I still got to do the corner for the first shelf. I have to debate whether I might. Hey, Skulldrazer, welcome in. Stringer says I don't have anybody here. You're definitely here. You see what I've done today? I insulated the wall and put wood up. These are fence boards. These are scrap 1/2 inch by 4. All that wood is scrap from Home Depot. 70% off. I'm waiting for the sign. Oh, and look, I put outlets. Last I have my phone. Right. You know, it's on the string yard, so I better plug it in. Oh, there we go. Now we're charging. I'm at night. But yeah, I put holes in this, and I couldn't put the plate on there because one of the one in the middle is too short. I put the plate on there, it doesn't screw on. Yep, USB outlets. I got some more USBs right here. These they're not on. That's it. Now it's on. Oh, lights just came on. DC light. There. I'm not so far away. I can actually read better. I don't know where my glasses are. I have 4 pairs of glasses and I can't find any of them. I was heating the shed with propane, but it just has a pilot on now. But I'm gonna have to cut some strips, go up here. You see it? The gap. but I can't do that without the tabletop. And the tabletop is covered with my workbench. I moved everything over to the tabletop. I can't do any more insulating until I get that side over there cleaned up. Okay, everything is over there. I got to move the ladder. That's access to the storage up top. All right. I have got to get some glasses, even if it's just work safety glasses. At least I'll be able to read the Bible. I'll be right back. I cannot read what you're saying. Entertain everybody. I'm back. Oh, I took the tripod on me. Ah, now I can read. Oh, hi, Tiago. Are you in here? Oh, my day was pretty good. I started working out here early this morning. Walking up. Okay, battery's full. Take long. I just had to relax for a while. But I found my old coffee maker. I'm going to use it for my shop coffee maker. It's got a grinder in it, built in. So I just put the beans in, put the water in, turn the dial, put the fire setting, and make my coffee. My Pallet Studio looking better? Oh, not exactly. Well, if you want to know prepping stuff, what's on your mind? Yeah, I do quite a bit of stuff. I am trying to learn this stuff myself, and I will pass on through my video. We can talk about prepping stuff. At night, I'm just insulating the wall. See, I'm going to have my food storage in here. I have 6 months worth of food storage from Four Patriots. I recommend you go to My Patriot Supply. Food's better. And so is their other prepping stuff. They have Action fire starters. They have stoves. That's very easy to use. I cannot get to them right now to show you, but I have 3 biomass stoves. So if I don't have gas, don't have electric, I can still cook. I'm going to have to rewire some of this too. Where I have my fuse box for the DC, I don't have that part insulated. I understood. Yes, I have solar panels. I had 2 solar panels fall off the roof, so one of them was busted. Not the glass is fine. I go on this one. Yep. I have 3 solar panels set up right now, and series parallel. One's 24 volts, the other 2 are 12. So the 2 12s were in series. They're charging my EcoFlow Pro, and the EcoFlow Pro is charging the shed. I don't have, well, I do have some, I have AC lights going right here, right above. They're LEDs, so they don't use a whole lot of power. And doesn't add much. I have a solar generator. We had a multi-fuel fossil fuel power generator. It ran on gasoline and natural gas and propane. But my wife didn't like how much noise it made, so we bought a solar generator instead. And the solar generator's capacity is not at the level of the one we got rid of. But it's quiet, and you can recharge it with the sun. I don't have to go to the store buy gas. And if by chance we don't have any power and there's no sun to charge it back up, I can take it to an EV generator, EV electric vehicle charging, and charge it up in 2 hours. Oh, yeah, yeah. Got to protect the food. Well, if that happens, Thiago, there'll be days I won't have any electricity because the solar generator doesn't have quite the capacity, and my power wall in the shed is half of what the solar generator has. What the hell? Everything gets zoomed in. Right. What? What burns my tail? Oh, hot glue gun. What? What's with the hot glue gun, Code Razor? I can't see the camera now. It's zoomed in. Here, I'm gonna try and fix this. Back to normal. Oh yeah, guns are a must. Um, I have about 6 to 8 months worth of stuff. When I bought the 6 month supplies, I've got 4 of them, and there's 2 of us here. So, plus, let's go back to Wales. Got lots of land there. Just wanted to come out here to Oregon, get away from that all that cold weather that other people running it. So between the two of us, we have maybe 7, 8 months worth of food, and plus we have gardening. We don't have a garden right now. Some stuff is planted. We got garlic and Swiss chard, onions. But I got to till the ground so I can put some more stuff in. Gardening is a must. No, I live in a big city. Portland. Uh, Portland is 5 minutes away. All right, 5 miles. No, but Portland's 3 miles away. I'm too close to Portland. Oregon. No, I'm not giving my address. I live near Portland, Oregon. But I have a fallback back in Wyoming. So I got that. And lots of meat. Spice. I got I got to where I couldn't handle that anymore, so I got somebody else running. Yep. There's going to be a lot of people here not prepared. So something happens. My my father still doesn't believe in preparing. Tell him we have this stuff, for preparation, which means they will be moving here. We'll have 3 months. I need to get more. But out the next food I'm getting is from my Patriot Supply, not for Patriots. The food is not as good, and they don't have the same stuff as my Patriot. Well, I just got a message from Mike Lindell. I hear quail right outside chirping. Cool. I can probably get me some crushed corn and throw out there for the quail. That stuff. Millet. I like millet too. But my old shed is still standing. It's got a lot of stuff stored in it right now. Okay, I've heard of it. Yeah, gardening is important because while you have fresh food coming in, you're not using the 25-year stuff. And one of the things I got with my 2 3 months, actually, my 2 of the 3 month supplies that I've picked up from Four Patriots came with seed vault. One came in a tin, and the other one came in a bag. They're cutting back on the production. They're using bags now. That I got two or three sets of the books that they say is $150 value. That's BS. I would give it maybe $20. Yeah, there's too much woke stuff. I drives me batty. Hear about that teacher that used his students for his woke TikTok videos for Black History Month? He had the white kids catering to the black kids, feeding them snacks by hand, bowing down to them. And then the next one, it's in Florida, so he takes all the books away and he does it in video. Oh, he's not on the job anymore. He actually seemed like a pretty good teacher. Check out Black Patriot Perspective. He did 2 videos on it. Because the teacher did a TikTok video using his students, he's on leave. Administrative leave. They haven't fired him yet. But he broke the rules. He was using his students as political props. And that's wrong. Black perspective, Black conservative perspective, or something like that. BCP. Now, there's also Black conservative preacher. He's out here. I know him. Yeah. Well, some of them are. Some of those woke Hollywood people are waking up. I saw a video. I forgot who it was, but it was either an actress or a singer. I'm not sure which, or both. Um, was proud to go out and vote for Biden, and now she's complaining about the price of food. I found that quite funny. He's complaining about food prices now. This, where I'm sitting, is going to be more shelves. Uh, I need more shelves. Not quite sure which pallet I'm going to use, but I only need 1 pallet. The first one I used 2 pallets, and now it doesn't have as much space on it. Yeah, that that was so wrong. If a woman did that, she'd be fired. But you have a man do it and claiming he's transgender, it's okay. No, there isn't. But if we have radiation, I'll just go back to heaven. I don't want to stick around. Lead layer? Why would I want lead in my wall? I can put fabric up if I want. I can get it. It's available on eBay and Amazon. Yeah, it's just a shed. Yeah, it doesn't have solar power right now because the solar panels I had to move closer to the house because they weren't charging anything in here. Uh, in the summertime, I can charge in here. I can put the panels right on the roof. Oh, the shed is the footprint of the shed is 10 by 12, and it's about 14 feet high. I have storage up above, and I have storage down here, and I'll have a workbench in the middle, straight back from the door. The door is over there. So on it. Stop it, right here. That part's not done. And my fuse panel's right here. You don't see any lights because there's no fuses popped. Mess. See, there's the solar panel right there. And there's my power wall right over there. See it? There's my power wall, and down below it, I have the inverter, the 2000 watt, and down below that, I have the solar charge controller. If I can get Cylindra solar cells, I will have to put all the solar power into the shed, and then from the shed, I'll go AC to the generator. Yeah, he has walls? I thought he already had walls. Shed off. Mine's a little, probably, well, his is probably better right now. When I get mine done, mine should be better, but not as roomy as his. I have not a whole lot stored up on top yet. I don't have any food up there. All my food storage is in the other shed, which we had maybe 4 days below freezing. Yes, I do. On the other side of the property, I'm going to build a big greenhouse and put solar panels on it. As soon as I can get the solar panels. So far, Cylindra looks like the best cells, best panel, but they're 90 volts. So if I put 2 of those in series, I would have to go through my solar power generator. No, my solar charge controller. It can handle 250 watts, 250 volts. Oh, so he only had 2 walls. Now he has 4. Yeah, the greenhouse, unfortunately, to get Cylindra cells, I have to buy a pallet, and that's 16 panels, and I have to go pick it up. Unfortunately, I have to go to the East Coast to pick it up. The only place I found so far that has them. I'm hoping they have something here. There was another guy that said he had some Cylindra cells, but no, not Cylindra, but he had greenhouse solar panels. They have a strip of panel cells, solar cells, and then it's open, and then a strip of solar cells again. It allows the light through, and also they were bifacial, so light would go through and bounce back and hit the bottom. Yeah. So how's your prepping going, Tiago? We should all try. I don't tell my neighbors I'm preppers. I don't tell my neighbors I have food stored. That'd be stupid because they'd be coming to me. Uh, well, um, I talk about other preppers when I can think of them. Um, I started with just building batteries. The power wall here, I built that. Um, right, and stored it in. will keep them dry, but rice, once you take the outside of the rice off, the husk, it starts to degrade. So if you can get rice and wheat that has the husk on it, it'll last 7 years. Yeah, that's true. And now, even in airtight containers, somehow that little tiny moth that invades your house in the fall gets into it. I have lots of airtight containers. Somehow they get in there. They work their way up around the thread. I have to read with the bottom of these glasses. That's why I get up to look like this. I don't know where my regular glasses are from. I did get a lot of stuff. Oh, I have a really efficient solar panel here, but I cannot leave it out in the weather. This is a good one you have to bug out. Dexpol. It's got these are the legs. They're on both sides, and on this side we have the oh, there we go. The stuff to operate it. Now, if you have a charge controller, you don't need to use the one that we have in here. This is a charge controller built, for the panel. But if you want to hook it up to something that has the M64, I have this adapter. These are the solar connectors. And then this part plugs into the panel. So it has this. So you got to plug it in like this. Then I can plug it into the panel. Or whatever I'm using. If I use my charge controller, I don't use the one that comes with this. I can go straight. Actually, with that, I have to go to XT60. Well, XT30. Oh, I can't remember. But I have some cables here that I think they're XT60. Yeah, they're XT60 connection on the back of the generator. That's good. You want to check that once in a while. If you find the bugs in there, you just get rid of them and seal it back up. I'd probably put plastic wrap over it. Where are those XT60? Here. Nope, that's not XT60. On my feet. Get out of there. Huh? Okay. I found a Y connector. Nope, that's not it. Sorry about the noise. Anyway, it's called the ST60 connector. On the back of my generator, it has a 30 amp XT60 for the solar panel. Uber Ranger? What the heck is that? I've never heard of it. on my XT. Oh, these are XT60. I have this on the back of my generator. And I can hook multiple. So I have this, and then I have these splitter. And I have for XT90 also. This is an XT90. But my power wall is hooked up with the XT60. Okay. This thing. I have a lot of different connectors. For high-powered operations, you want these kinds. You want these. These are called Anderson connectors. These are kind of mid-sized. You put one of these connectors on it. This is probably 10 or 12 gauge. It's not the biggest, but you want to connect two things together with high power. That's the way to go. I got one of these. But you just pop them in, basically. You crimp them on the wire and pop it in. Harder. The other end is connected. The one that goes inside this, pushing these out of the way. But I have lots of different connectors, so I can modify if I need to. Yeah, come back anytime. I try to be on Saturday around 4 Pacific, and Sunday at the same time. Have a good night, Tiago, and thanks for popping in. Leave a thumbs up if you can. Nice having you here. And here's a power box there. It has USB and photo. But it doesn't have batteries right now. So I can't really show you that. Okay, perfect. I haven't seen you here for a while, Spodracer. I tried to go live, do a StreamYard last week, but it wouldn't let me on. Wanted me to pay. Apparently, I exceeded the 20 hours. It told me I had too many videos. Let's put something right there. I gotta get a stash of this stuff too. I'm getting low. Gotta... Oh, Reese just went live. Okay. I've been watching this guy. He friend of his brought his converted Hummer. He had a military style Hummer, converted it to electric, and it had a problem with the charging. It wouldn't charge. So he's been testing the stuff and I know lots of problems with it. It still has not been fixed. It's been weeks. Sorry for the guy waiting for his Hummer. Oh my God. Didn't notice it. The 120 was a little bit big. That's funny. Have you seen two women trying to put gas in the Tesla? I saw one woman try it. The people filming the whole thing were busting up laughing. The second one, they said, "Hey, that's electric," and they still kept trying to put the gas in. BMT just went like, huh, lots of room. I'd be like, this one? That's 120? 10 volts tops. But you have to have a negative. Actually, the negative and positive are on each one. So it would work. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, need to refuel. I don't know. It has the car tells you when it's gonna need electricity. It doesn't tell you it needs gas. But even Elon Musk recommended people get hybrid, and he sells full electrics. Wouldn't that hurt his bottom line if people started buying hybrids instead of Tesla? But yet he's recommending people get hybrids because the grid can't handle all these electric cars. And he knows it. The grid could be down and the Tesla supercharger will still be working. So he knows his cars that he sold will get power until that runs out. He's got huge battery storage for all those Tesla chargers. Yeah, yeah. Uh, the Chevy Volt is a great idea. Uh, it's a it's a plug-in hybrid. If you don't uh, go full range on the batteries, it'll never use gas. I seen people extend the range of their Teslas by pulling a gas generator. I thought it's cute. That's a big shot. That's like a shot and a half. Oh, okay. He spelled break wrong, so it threw me off. Take a break. It's supposed to BRAK. Yeah. how people spell things changes the meaning. So, like that process. I didn't get it the first time. Sorry. That's kick-ass tequila. I don't make a big deal about it. Just try to help out. I have to do my hat sideways a little bit. I'm running a battery charger off of battery. How much power? I'm only going 700 million. Oh crap! That's you. Oh, yeah, it's there. How is it still powered? Oh, that's what I want. That means it stopped charging. Yeah, stick with it. I need to plug that into regular outlet. But oh, not you. Cable. I mean, the plug on it is very weird. The top part butts into the light. Now I have to battery charge going. Do they? I'm gonna plug this into the outlet. There we go. Now this kind of charger. I could show you with the light on, but I have to move the camera. Yeah, I was riding. I had a ride with my computer program. With a guy that had a Prius, the National Guard, and I was curious about the car. So how do you know what it's doing when it's charging and stuff like that? Oh, watch this. When it was the screen, it pushed, touched the screen a few times, and it showed the process. It would charge, off, charge, off, constantly. I thought it's kind of stupid the way it works. I said, why doesn't it just charge when the battery's low instead of trickle charging with the gas engine? It's kind of wasteful. Yeah. And that's when Volt came out with theirs. It only charges when the Volt battery drops low. Did you see the video of the guys? Their channel is all on EV, and they've been testing. They had to buy these cars, so they're making some good money. They got two Teslas, uh, four Lightning. Uh, they buy and sell them. They don't keep them. They just buy them to test them out and then they sell them. But the latest two they had was a Ford Lightning and a Rivian. And the Ford Lightning worked great in cold weather. It started right up, doors unlocked, everything. But when they tried to get into the Rivian, it was a brick. The the key fob, which was a card in your wallet, wouldn't unlock the door. The app wouldn't unlock the door. The key wouldn't unlock the key fob would not unlock the door. So they tried using the app, on the computer, and it wouldn't unlock the door. There's a 12-volt battery, lead acid battery in the car, in the truck, that runs all the computer stuff. It was faulty. It didn't charge up. In fact, it drained when they weren't using it, and it's not supposed to do that. So it was a fault in the charging system, and they got horrible service from Rivian. That's not good. They all have a lead acid battery. It runs the computer and all the electrical stuff inside the car. If you think the car is running off this big battery that's underneath, no. That runs the motors. Everything else is run by a lead acid battery. I learned that recently. I thought they were using the big battery pack for all the power. Nope. They run all the electrical stuff that is inside the car, light, dash, computer, all lead acid battery. Got me too. Um, there was a guy, he was just got this um, Hummer electric, and he was driving, and he had a service warning, and it was annoying. So he reset it. When he reset it, nothing would start. He couldn't move the truck, and he was in traffic. 18650 is not good for that. I recommend using uh, some, get a little 12-volt battery, about that big, maybe. And you can use 18650s if you want, or 26650s, what I would use. Uh, Lithium iron phosphate, just to keep capacitors charged up. I would use the capacitors to start the engine. Yeah. Well, the lithium, what you're talking about, the 18650s, I have 18650, um, my power wall is a bunch of 18650 batteries, but they're all lithium iron phosphate. Heavy. These aren't heavy. There, there's iron in them, but it's not made of iron. Well, I guess you could say my fixation on batteries and solar, my insanity. But uh, the lithium cobalt, with what you're thinking of, the consistent with their lithium ion, we call lithium ion. My lithium iron phosphates are also lithium ion. That covers a whole range of batteries, uh, whole range of battery chemistry. Um, Lithium iron phosphates are lighter than lithium cobalt. What you're thinking of, what people call lithium ion, are lithium cobalt. Lithium cobalts are heavier. They're more prone to fires. Lithium iron phosphates are lighter, not as power dense as lithium cobalt, but I'll show you my lithium cobalt battery. Ow. No, I didn't. This is a lithium cobalt battery pack. It's 12 volt. which means I don't get full capacity of it. It's 3S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. There's 2 battery packs in parallel. One, 12 volt, 12 volt. But I haven't used this in so long, so I'll probably have to wake that up. And got a wire coming. But that one, I built a battery pack out of lithium iron phosphate, same amount of batteries, not as power dense as that. Well, lithium batteries are lighter than lead acid, and they have 100% of their capacity versus 50%. Lead acid is only 50%. I have 2 lead acid batteries I use as a backup. No one? It looks like there's snow outside. Wow. No, most of them use the lithium cobalt as drop-in, but lithium iron phosphate is better. The risk of fire is gone. If you have a fire, it's not from the battery. With these lithium cobalt or lithium ion, these are prone to fire. If one of these cells has a thermal runaway, that cell heats up and it heats up the batteries around it. And that's what causes the fire. Well, the lithium iron phosphates don't have that problem. If one of them is not working, it doesn't bypass it. If it does, it doesn't heat it up. That battery's just dead. That cell, dead. And it'll cause the other cells to die also, but they won't catch fire. So the lithium iron phosphates are so much safer. And they work as drop-in replacement. Most of them prefer to use the lithium iron phosphates because 4 cells is 12 volts, 12 to 15 volts. So it works the same as the lead acid battery. So yeah, they are the ones that drop in. The lithium cobalt at 12 volts, you lose capacity because they're 4.2 volts per cell. So you have 3. That makes it 12 volts, 12.8. And car batteries are, I think, 11.5 volts to 14.5. So you look at the capacity of those batteries, those they don't have the same range as the lead acid because the in 3S is not the way power to operate these batteries. But if we're talking about the drop-in batteries, the lithium iron phosphate for 12 volts, they have the same exact range, very close to the same exact range as the lead acid. And they're lighter. The lithium iron phosphates are even lighter than the lithium ion or lithium cobalt. And again, I stress this. The guy that taught me everything about batteries refuses to consider adding capacitors. He says it won't work. But I've seen so many people make it work. What you do is you build a 12-volt battery out of a lithium iron phosphate battery, a lithium iron phosphate cell, like 4S, I would recommend at least 2 peaks. That's four batteries in 4 cells in series and 2 sets in parallel. And have those power from 12-volt supercap. You make the supercap battery your main battery using the 12-volt lithium iron phosphate battery to keep the capacitors at 12 volts. You can operate just out of capacitor, make a capacitor battery, but you have to start it at least once every 3 days. Or add a 12-volt battery. Now, this, I don't know if you've heard, Elon Musk bought Maxell capacitor company. Why would you overvote it? The lithium iron phosphates have pretty close to the same thing with that. 1618. Well, you'll have to judge that for yourself. I recommend checking out Jehu Garcia. You know him, right? I think you do. I think I saw you there. Well, what you want is cranking amp. That's why I recommend capacitor. You see, if you have a 12-volt, which is probably 14 or 15-volt capacitor battery, you have a 12-volt battery powering that, so it's always charged up. Capacitors charge up quickly, and they have actually charge up, a gradual curve, but they maintain a charge if they have power source. And when turn the key, it pulls a lot of amps out of the capacitor. Supercaps can handle that. You have to build a pretty big battery if you use iron phosphate. You have to have a lot of them in parallel so that you have the cranking amp. Yeah, I think so too. But he's against capacity. I think he's wrong on that. I don't think we should just capacity. There's a reason Elon Musk bought myself. And I think it's to increase the range of cars. The Tesla are using capacity. You see, capacitors are so much lighter, but they don't have a lot of capacity. They charge up quick. So, there's people that were, did videos on capacitor batteries they built that replaced their lead acid battery with capacitor. And it's supercap. Have to use supercap because the others don't have enough amps. And the supercaps don't cost that much. I think it put out 400 amps. That's enough to start your car. Definitely. And he was like 10 capacitors. And you match the voltage just like you would battery. But the output on capacitors is so much higher than battery. Streamer says the whole time it said 0 viewers. Yeah. If you have a powerful stereo in your car, you have capacitors. There's a reason they use capacitors. Very useful. Yeah. You don't want anything, connecting the lead on the capacitor. I don't drink like Aaron. I just get a little bit every once in a while. Right. If you overvalue the capacitors, yeah, you may shorten what they can do, but you won't reach the 18 volts. I watched lots of experiments. This guy took one of those car starters that fit in your pocket. It had capacitors built in. Not super, but he took the batteries out and he decided to try and start his car. Not a dead battery. He showed the test of the meter on the capacitor on battery. It was under 10 volts, and uh, he hooked up this car starter with no batteries in it, just capacitor. Showed the voltage on the car starter was 0. He hooked up the lead to the 12-volt dead battery, and it charged. It charged up his battery. No. Yeah, open that wall. Parts in the wall. I need to move this stuff over here. So I try to have the phone there. Yeah, but you're working work. Please seriously, like when you're in your job, you don't have the phone there. Yeah. You know, we have the in front of the chair. Remember, I have no outside that I cannot put that up. Yeah, for that I don't like that. Because the music you have on the table, you can be. No, that I'm here and that. I made a banana with but the potato. I don't want to. I don't follow my team or move or something like that. It might be like you. that back. All right, my wife showed up. I can make another shot. A bottle. Now a jar. Oh, well, you know more about the cats than I do. Well, back to that battery starter that the guy had. Like I said, it had no batteries in it, just dead cat. He hooked it up to the 12-volt, dead 12-volt battery in the car, and it charged up the cat, 12 volts. And then he started the car. No problem. The thing I sorry, probably heard all that. The tequila's good. It's a little hot. Oh, there we go. No, some projects that are just for me, I just budget and capacity. It turns out April. I will passive burn up the top. Oh, okay. Ooh, I had the door open and it kind of cooled off. Like, well, I suppose I should get back with it. You didn't see this before I started. I had my workbench right here where I'm sitting. Had the table saw over here, but I moved that the other day. So I insulated the table now, but insulated this wall. This is where the table saw is right here. It's up the side. Looking at the table, so it was a little bit hot. Not that kind of. But I moved out the table saw day before yesterday, uh, and insulated that wall. I haven't put any boards up other than this one. And I needed that one up there. At that battery, at a decent level. And then I moved everything that was here over onto the table saw. I need gonna need to fix. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't taken. Oh, there's. I like these. I buy. I bought these to try them out. Midnight Moon. Dude, they're 30%, so they're not that strong. But I like these Charles. Now I bought one that's the shot glass. It's got the thread and no lid. Why did it? He gets concerned. I go, uh, baby mason jars. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I had them up on the shelf up there. Two of them. These are both just regular midnight. Oh wait, apple pie and lightning lemonade. Just you can buy them in bigger jars too. And what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna take jars. They have the lid. I'll only get the ones with the lid. It has to be the mason type lid. The bigger jars, the full size for those, like mason, it's mason jar. And mason type jar, and I'll just screw the caps up to the ceiling. And if I have a visitor, say, hey, want to drink something? What are you gonna try? I haven't seen Lenny for a while. Have you? She's on. Uh, Actually, she's probably over on Mo's channel right now. That's fun. Acetone eats it up, man. After a while, there's no foam. You just have liquid. It's pretty cool. You're gonna have some fun. Just make sure you have ventilation. That's in the pot. Ashburn? You hear about crime, murder in London is up. Violent crime is up in London. And they're not using guns. They're using knives, machetes, hatchets. Really? I haven't seen anybody use it. I've seen people do it. Huh. Yeah, they're not allowed to have guns. And it's youth crime. It's the kids. They're using sharp weapons to attack people. Uh, and a lot of times they kill them. Yeah, how could this happen? Gun crime is way down. It's hard even for the criminals to get guns, but knives work, cars work, trucks, vans. There's lots of weapons. If people are going to commit murder, they're going to commit murder whether they have guns or not. Yeah, you think it would? with their logic. Well, let's see. I need to continue. Uh, I got. I'm using the right here, shoving behind. Uh, I have the pallet stud pallet, so I have three 2x4s together, split in the middle. There's two pallets stacked, and I put a 2x4 in between them to give it structure. And it gives me a lot of, stud to nail to. Yeah, I know. They're welcoming all these Muslims, and they're not vetting them. They're just accepting them in. And the problem is really bad in France. Here in the United States, you're in the United States, right? Pallet ripper. Now, my pallet ripper is a Sawzall. I use the Sawzall if I need to rip them apart. Um, in France, you have the suburbs are where all these Muslims go. It is the slum. They keep the slum out of the city. In the United States, the slum is in the city. The suburbs are where you go to escape. Isn't that weird? Because I picked up my coffee maker yesterday. I went to visit my parents. It was in their storage. Uh, because I picked that up, I cleaned it, and I got coffee beans. I just this popcorn. It's coffee beans. I reuse containers. I buy these big containers from the chef store. And the coffee scoop, I scoop the beans out in the basket on my coffee maker. This is a cool coffee maker. I wish I could find it again, in case I need a new one. This is my coffee maker out here in the shed. Here is the water. Here is coffee beans. Put the coffee beans in here. There's a grinder. I put the beans in there, put the water in here, go down here to this dial, turn it to medium, push the button, and it makes coffee. And it has this to take the pot off of the burner. And it makes iced coffee or iced tea. It makes hot coffee and tea, and it also makes hot coffee and iced tea. It's 5-in-1. Well, grinder is 5. And I also have a pot, the DC pot for boiling water. A wedge? Yeah, I have several tools for that, but it's difficult to take these boards off. These boards, I don't like to break them. Wizard had a good way to do it. He pounded the boards on the inside, pounded them out, but you have to have access to it. So it's difficult to get these off. It's easier to get the outside ones off. This is the inside. These are on the inside. As you can see the gap there, you can see the boards on the outside right there. So it's a little difficult to get these off. They're all nailed together. These walls are solid. and an earthquake, I'm running out to the shed. This will stand better than my house. I trust the shed more than the house. I built the shed. I don't know what the house is. I know the roof is 2x2 trusses, which wimpy as hell. But they put, the wafer board. They build the trusses with 2x2 on the top, 2x2 on the bottom, and the wafer board in between. It is strong, but according to building codes, I can't put solar panels on. I'm pretty sure mine's not. Now, my house ain't gonna blow away in a hurricane. It's strapped to the ground, really good. We had Before we bought the house, we had them strap it to the ground, or we wouldn't buy it. No, it's not. This is wood. I got I wanted a good nailing and screwing surface. So I'm making the inside walls with wood. Plus it looks doesn't it? What do you think? Does this look good? I don't like these much. They're a little short. They only go to the end of the pallet. Here's the stud. But pallets are screwed to the stud. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. Drywall is just gypsum. There's paper on the outside. The gypsum is pretty solid material, but you can put it in a chipper and make powder. Now, I wanted a good nailing and screwing surface. So I decided to go fence board. Here's the fence board. Now, if you look at this fence board, you see the split in the middle right here? They consider that scrap. So I got it at 70%. And every time I go to Home Depot, I go back and check the scrap. And there's always fence board there. So I get all the scrap fence boards. Even if it's split, I'll use it up here because I can screw on the top of the split, on the bottom of the split. We're good. It doesn't look all that great, same thing. If you put it on a fence, it's not good. So they can't sell it at full price. But not the way I'm using it. It's great. I'll still use that split. I'll just screw to the top and bottom of it. Yes, I can fill the split. I've got sawdust. I can put some wood glue on the sawdust, mix it up, put it in the crack if I want. I don't really need to. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Styrofoam? Yeah, that might work. But I really don't need to fill it in. I have the screwing and nailing surface, even with the crack. So I really don't need it. And it gives a nice aesthetic look to the background for my video. I think. Does it look pretty good? Cool. Oh crap. Oh, there it is. Chop that. Oh, that's nice. I don't have a way to melt styrofoam. Well, actually I do, but I don't have something I could scrap. That's the styrofoam. I have this thing goes on my biomass stove, but I don't want to put styrofoam in. If anything I put styrofoam in, I can't use for food. Yes, I know. And I can build it as I go. Oh, Tom Cruise is making Hollywood panic. I don't agree with his religion, but he is pretty much conservative. And they can't cancel him. It drives them batty. Just like the Angelina Jolie's dad. His name? He came out as conservative. He went to speak at um, the convention when Trump was running. Angelina Jolie's dad is a conservative, huge conservative, but he's such a good actor. They can't cancel him. And Tom Cruise too. What did where did Tom Cruise come up from? I have no idea. He is he's in the Church of Scientology. Do you notice that there's a rap artist from India. She's big on YouTube, and she's big. She has a lot of record sales. She's an awesome rapper, apparently, and she she came out as a Christian. She started as a Hindu, now she's Christian, and as a Hindu, she never got any backlash, but as a Christian, she's getting a huge backlash. Why is that? Because Jesus, he preached that Christians will be persecuted, but the other religions are left alone. I don't know about him as a father. I really don't know. Scientology is not. I don't trust Scientology. No, I wouldn't. They're more about empowering yourself than uh, trusting Jesus. They don't. They don't put Jesus at the top of their church. It is self. Oh my! Tim Poe just posted something that says, "Holy F." I don't say that word. I hate that word. Yeah. Well, when you convict somebody of their sin, you do it out of love, trying to save them. They reject you because it is hard to break away from sin. But if you don't try, are you a Christian? That's the science. I'm drinking that. Kicks that. That's some strong tequila. 100% agave. And it's on the top shelf with the trunk. It's a lot cheaper. It's about half the price. People seem to know deep down that God and Christ are real and don't want to. Well, that is sort of true. Sin is a very strong drug. I don't know another way to describe it. The sin is a very strong drug. It attacks me all the time. I am a big sinner. I'm a Christian. I realize I'm a sinner. If you have a Christian that says, I don't sin, they are a liar. It is in our nature to sin. Even pride is a sin. So all these people going to these pride parades, that alone is a huge sin. A person who lives by pride is destined for hell. So all of us are headed for hell if we don't accept Jesus. We need him. I am a sinner in need of Jesus. I will admit it every day because I try to be like Jesus, but I fail miserably. This video will probably get taken down now. YouTube hates Christian stuff. Yeah, I thought you said something. Finish read it again. We are all sinners, all of us. There's the last human on earth that never sinned was Jesus himself. Not even pride. He didn't boast. He wasn't prideful. He didn't sin with anybody. And these Hollywood people are always showing Jesus as a gay man, Jesus as transgender. It is sickening what they do. And one of them portrayed Jesus as gay. They went and got an Oscar for their portrayal of Jesus. And they thank God for their award. What the hell? Explain to me how that is of God. This world is insane. We are in Sodom and Gomorrah now. God is very patient. He's letting this happen, hoping we wake up. Will we wake up in time? Or will they? Well, I know we are in the end times now, but we are not at the end of that. Because the end times prophecies are in Revelation. Many of that has already happened. And many more is to come. What needs to happen is the rebuilding of the temple. Now, if they tear down the Dome of the Rock to build the temple, that is a sacrilege right there. Because the Dome of the Rock is not on the Temple Mount, not the true Temple Mount. Yes, we are in the early stages. We are not pre-end time. We are in the early stages. I guarantee you, we are in the early stages of the end time. Read Revelation. We've already made the first step. Ezekiel also predicted what we're going through right now is at the end time. It started with the recognition of Israel, the rebuilding of Israel. That is the first thing of the end time. I may be wrong. From what I've read, that is what I believe. But I will not declare myself an expert. I don't think anybody is. But that's what I'm seeing. I've read Ezekiel. Ezekiel predicted a hell of a lot of the end time. Remember the story in Ezekiel of God breathing life into the bones. The bones are Israel because Israel was destroyed. The temple was raised to the foundation. Even the foundation was gone. So what is this Temple Mount wall that they pray to? When it says in the Old Testament that the temple was raised, even its foundation is gone. The temple, what they're calling the Temple Mount, has a foundation. So what are they praying to? From what I understand, that what they call the Temple Mount is where the Roman fort was. The size of it equals what a Roman fort would be. So the temple is not there. Never has. According to the Old Testament, the temple is to be built where there is running water. I challenge you to find running water at the Temple Mount. What they're calling the Temple Mount. It's not there. It's on the hill next to it, which is lower. And there's no foundation there. Have you heard about that? You look in the Bible, it describes the temple, where it's to be built. There has to be running water. Because in order to enter the temple, you have to cleanse yourself. You cannot be dirty to enter the temple. If you look at where that mosque is, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, there's no running water. No natural running water at all. So why are they worshiping at that wall? Why do they believe that is the temple? You know what? When the temple was raised, when the Romans destroyed the temple, including the foundation, it is in the Bible, in the Testament, and the Jewish Bible, that the foundations were. What bad news? Yeah, the running water thing is big. It tells you the temple is not on that where the mosque is. Never was. Oh, okay. You better go get food. I'll just end the stream if you need to go. No, I need to get off. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, and I only have 20 hours. So I guess Sunday is the big stream, usually, and here's Monday. Okay, you have a good night too. And I will talk about this again if you would like. Um, I watch a lot of the Christian videos, and I didn't actually. I did learn about this on one of the Christian videos. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, they can build the temple now. But be aware, when they build the temple, the Antichrist will desecrate it. Guarantee you, he will desecrate. Now, there have been many Antichrists through history. Hitler was one, and anybody that denies Christ is an Antichrist. So it's not one person, but there will be one that will try to bring peace in the region. Last one I saw do that was Trump. So be aware it could be Trump, and he will suffer a mortal wound. Now, Trump suffered a mortal political wound. All right? It could be political. Suffered a mortal wound, and he will come back. He could be the Antichrist. I don't know. But keep this in mind. We are on the winning side. If you're a Christian, a true Christian, you're on the winning side, so don't worry. Even if they persecute you, you go to heaven soon. Don't worry about it. These things are to come. They will happen. Just be on the winning side. Do not deny Christ because they persecute. Because all you will do is preserve your life on earth. You will not preserve your eternal life because you deny Christ on earth. You will deny Christ forever. Peter denied Christ 3 times. He repented. He had time to repent. But if he had continued on that, there's a lesson to learn from that. He felt really bad. And when he was crucified upside down because spirit felt worthy of crucifixion in the normal way. So Peter is a good story. With that said, have a good night, and we can talk religion. Actually, I'm against religion. I'm a Christ-believing Christian. Christianity is not a religion. It is a belief system. Believe the word of Christ. He is the word in the Bible. Over anyone. And if you're being persecuted, give up your life for it. Because eternity is much longer than time on earth. With that said, everybody have a good evening. And happy prepping. Try to do the right thing for prepping. By myself for cooking, for the electricity. You don't know how to build battery systems like I do. You can buy them. EcoFlow has everything you need to go off grid. It's expensive, find a silver lining. Whatever route you take, I will try to help and learn to garden. Gardening will save your life. Have a good evening and see you on the next weekend. Good night.